We are the gabbiest gang. Love to talk all day. Don't know what we are saying on the League of Ridiculous Conversation.
That is some Gwyneth Paltrow bullshit if I've ever seen it. You shouldn't be using that. Save your money for rent.
What is a face
Steph,
roller?
why are you ironing your face?
It's just like, okay, so it's like this quartz stone face roller.
What does that mean?
People will put like facial oil and shit, and then they just kind of like go
Who are
around
these
the
people?
edges of their face.
And
it's supposed
White ladies
to, like,
from Orange County.
So it's a face paint roller?
Essentially, it is. With a little mini roller, too. This is supposed
How much
to be
did you
for
pay
cutting
for that
edges.
shit?
things. I paid $3.99 at Marshall's.
$399.
Damn! Were you
Next
getting
thing you know, you'll be-
$3.99 for?
No,
you stupid
$3.99 at Marshall's.
Is it made of solid
That
gold?
still seems like a lot.
Steph,
made out of
I'm
quartz.
concerned.
Yes.
I'm concerned because this is the kind of thing that leads to like stones being shoved up your vagina.
I mean,
not
she's
gonna
already
put
wearing a
this on.
crystal around her neck.
Hey, you know what? You leave
Oh my God,
healing
you are.
quartz alone. I've been wearing this for the last 3 years. I just keep replacing the string.
So you've got a quartz stone on your neck,
Yes.
and now you're rubbing
it on her
quartz.
face.
And now you're rubbing quartz rollers on your face.
Yeah, you know.
So the quartz, the stone, is good for just like all generic healing purposes, or is it only specific to like beauty supplies and countertops?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you.
I love that moment of genuine deep thought.
I know they have like a lot of things for different quartz, because I know these specific rollers come in like, they have like jade rollers, they have like the
Is
like
jade more healing than quartz? Is quartz the poor man's healing stone?
I'm not sure.
I mean, I feel like jade would heal you more because it's green, and video games have taught me that anything that's green is good for you.
That's true. Unless you're playing a game where there's acid, then green is not good for you. Green is actually bad.
point there.
You get away from the green sludge.
I mean, if you guys want to give me 5 minutes, I can go like 2 buildings down where there's a crystal store.
There is a crystal store. I've seen it.
I can ask them what's got the most healing properties. Is it quartz or is it jade?
Oh,
or maybe it's something else.
You're gonna be there. You're gonna be there all day if you did that.
They
Let
do
me
have.
tell you what this means and this means and this means.
Yeah. They do occasionally put out little signs outside the front door, and the little like A-frame signs.
Yeah.
That are kind of like cheesy, fun, like
Affirmations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Like so in the same vein of like, if you lived here, you'd be home by now. Like real kind of dumb, kind of like phrases. Not that one clearly, but I can't remember what I'm
hang
talking
on.
about.
If it happens, it happens. Or
If you
what's that other
lived here,
phrase?
you'd be home by now.
Have you
Hang
never
in
heard,
there.
like? Have you never heard that before?
I have never heard that.
What?
Maybe I'm not
Are you
out in these
serious?
streets reading these signs. You know.
It's not a street. It's a sign that I've seen like elsewhere. And granted, it's old, and I don't know its origins, but it's a thing I've seen repeatedly in different medias.
Yeah.
Of like a stupid like billboard sign.
Maybe I just
think
don't
it-
pay attention to stupid billboards.
You're missing
No,
out
like
on
the
life
joke
then,
is if
son.
you're trying, what they're trying to say is like if you want to move into a new house,
Yeah.
you drive by this house that's on sale, and the sign says like if you lived here, you'd be home by now. Like, hey, it's one of those. I think they had them in Back to the Future. Like,
Did
I've
they?
Maybe?
never heard this.
See, Steph hasn't heard it. It's
Maybe
a Gen
it's
X
like,
thing. It's a
maybe
Gen X
it's
thing.
like a
Anthony,
What?
is it a white person thing?
I mean, I don't think so, but I'm white.
We need to find
that's why,
another
That's why I'm
person.
asking. That's why I'm asking.
I mean,
Yeah, but
should
you know,
ask
like the
another
problem,
white
the
friend
problem with
right
being
now.
white,
he
the
just
problem with
did.
being white
What was the actual question? Wait, should I ask the phrase?
Is this some white shit? That's the question.
Okay, I will ask a friend really quick about it and see what they say.
Is your friend white?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There's several people in this group, so
If
what's the actual
if
question?
anything, it's an older
Oh,
thing.
it's way
It's
old.
an age
yeah.
thing.
What's
or
the
over age,
actual
a
phrase
white
by
thing.
phrase? If you
were home by if you lived here, you'd be home by now.
okay,
Now both
If-
Jordan and Steph are texting random,
if you
I
lived
suppose
here,
not random white people, but white people that they know, to ask them if this is a thing that they've heard of. This
home.
may be the new ridiculous.
I'm asking a black person to see.
Okay.
So
Okay,
then we could
how old is this black
we
person?
could define immediately if it's a white person thing, if a black person has heard it or not.
Did you ask your
solid
brother?
science.
I'm asking my brother.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
How old is Niall though? He's not our age.
He's 33.
Okay, he's
I feel like that's not enough.
yeah.
Well, but he's lived more places than I have, so
That is true, though. He's
He is
worldly.
more worldly.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll fucking find out, I guess.
You know, my brother's a baron in Spain.
Is he now?
Oh, we talked about this, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's a baron.
Is he?
And I have
Is
nothing.
he like?
So
Is he more legit than like buy that square footage of land in a place and earn a title? Or
what?
is,
I was gonna
have
bring
you
it
not
up.
heard about this?
Is this another white person thing?
Oh, for
Y'all
sure.
can just buy shit and get a title?
Listen, if there's one thing white people love, it's a title.
That's true.
and
I-
buying land.
Yeah, buying land
Buying?
in places they don't deserve to be in. So, I have a friend who I will not name, but he,
Okay.
for his birthday, was gifted a square foot of land in
Scotland.
Scotland. I'm pretty sure it's Scotland. Now, he is
Yeah.
not Scottish. He is, in fact, of primarily German descent.
Okay.
But with this square foot of land that he owns, which I assume is the same as like owning a star. Sure, you got a piece of paper that says so, but really, what the fuck does it mean?
That's true.
But this earns him the title of Laird,
Layered.
which I guess is Scottish for Lord.
Okay.
Laird,
Yeah.
Laird.
Yeah.
So he is a Laird, of which nobody says to his face.
My
And
brother,
is only really ever brought up in situations like this.
my brother has confirmed that he that does not sound familiar at all.
Okay.
Steph has an answer.
I heard. I reached out to Shane. He said nope,
He white.
and then his girlfriend said nope, but she said she Googled it and it brings up Little House on the Prairie.
All right.
We're so old.
All right, Laura Ingalls Wilder, get the fuck out of here.
Hey, Leland, is there a whiter show than Little House on the Prairie?
Wayland Flowers and Madam.
I told
Wait. The Lawrence Welk Show.
I told Shane, I was like, because I told them that we were live on the podcast, and I said, because we're wondering if it was a white people thing, because Anthony and Leland knew, and he goes, no,
Just unfair.
it's an old person thing. You can tell them that for me. And then there's the little meme that's going,
What is that thing, Steph? Because nobody listening to you knows what you're doing.
it's the lick the finger and then touch something hot with the...
You know, I don't know this individual, but I respect him.
He's a respectable human being.
I was like, that's good. He don't know us. Well, he knows Anthony. But he don't know me. And he was like, no, these two old white bitches need to know.
I know how to reply to this person.
Okay, there you go. So,
We're off to a
Fine.
great start.
Indeed we
Old
are.
person thing.
you know, shout out to the listeners. If you've ever heard this phrase, you should reach out to us too.
Please
I do want to bring up something.
send the email to
Jordan?
lrcpodcast@gmail.com.
We'll repeat this again.
Wait,
Yes.
I'm surprised, Jordan, you knew who Laura Ingalls Wilde was.
English major.
Oh, was that show
true.
based on a book?
It was based off her life.
What?
Little House on the Prairie. Yeah.
I thought it was just a show.
Okay, no, it was
There's
based
like
on
a shit ton of books.
Yeah.
This is real
Interesting.
life.
like
It's like 12 books.
like the first book
Really?
was A Little House in the Woods, and then Little House on the Prairie, and then they made that a show.
and then it was Little House in the Suburbs.
So the house grows
Then-
up as she grows
And
up.
Little House in the Big City.
Yeah. Little House in the High Rise. But then the recession happened, so it's back to Little House in the Ghetto.
Yeah, and then she becomes a yuppie and becomes Sex in the City, and then
Little House with my whore friends.
Does the little house ever move to the Upper West Side?
it wishes.
No, they never get a piece of that pie.
Okay.
God damn it!
Wait, no, for real. So
I
was
made the
it-
reference to the Black Show.
Well, I did it first.
You set me up. You teed me up. It was an assist by Leland.
So no, for real.
Based
So
off
it was
Ryan the
based
Kitchen.
on it was oh damn. So it was based on a series of novels. Oh, that's
Yes.
interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
All right, that's cool.
I hated the fuck out of that book. I never read it.
No, I mean the show was terrible.
Then why
too,
did you hate it? It went on forever.
It did go on for a very long time. No, I didn't like reading the book at all, and I had so many tests on that book, passed them, but
Why?
I didn't read it.
Wait, was this something you were required in high school or college?
This was, I believe this was in high school actually when I read that book.
Yeah, I want to say it's a high school book. I never read it.
it.
I think it's a
Yeah.
high school book.
Yeah, we got the
We were
bullshit
always-
stuff.
We were forced to read John Steinbeck shit, and I hate his writing so fucking much.
We
Catcher in the
also
Rye.
had to read Ender's Game, which I didn't read until I was in college, and then I actually enjoyed
Saw
it,
the
but I
movie.
don't like Orson Scott Card.
No,
he's
fuck
a
him.
fuck him. Yeah, yeah. Interesting. No, we had to read bullshit. You got to read some cool shit though.
Like in high school.
like
I don't
maybe
even
one
remember.
cool thing.
Mice and Men, Catcher in the
Ugh.
Rye.
Yep, had to do those.
Yeah,
I still don't get Catcher in
the
the Rye.
Outsiders.
What's that?
I still don't get
Jordan?
Catcher in the Rye. Like, granted, I'd never finished the book. I have like maybe 50 pages left in that 130 page book.
I don't.
It's all
remember
right,
high
Jordan.
school,
You're
but-
not missing much. He's still spoiled and does not learn a lesson.
Yeah, I fucking hate
Does he
Holden
not?
Caulfield.
No. Yeah,
I
he's
couldn't
not a
remember-
good character.
He sucks.
I couldn't remember if he comes around at the end of the book to like
Not
a more
really.
reasonable point of view.
I mean, he may to an extent, but he's still at the core of him, still a rich white kid
Yeah.
with rich white problems.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's teenage as fuck.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Like that book. There's a reason why that book rings like so loudly for 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
Because by the time you're 18, you're already beginning to see the holes in that point of view.
yeah.
Also, as a black dude, I could not relate to it at all.
Yeah, I can also understand that. It is definitely a book of privilege.
Well, no, To Kill a Mockingbird, that was always one.
I don't think I ever read it. I think we only ever watched the movie in class.
I know I was supposed to read it, but I didn't.
The Outsiders was one we read.
I never did that one.
Outsider. That was middle school for me. Outsiders. Hatchet.
Oh yes, Hatchet.
No, I don't know that one.
That's a survival book. It's this kid. He's on a plane to go meet some family member, but then the plane crashes because the old pilot has a heart attack during the flight. He crashes at this lake.
Then he's got to eat the rest of the soccer team, right?
No. He's by himself.
Oh, Lord
okay.
of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies.
I've never read Lord of the Flies.
I watched the movie Lord of the Flies.
I've
Oh,
never
God,
watched the movie
Piggy?
either.
R.I.P.
It was
Piggy.
the
My-
worst. No one was supposed to laugh, but everyone was dying when he died, and it was the worst.
My only point of reference for understanding Lord of the Flies is
Worst.
The Simpsons.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
But I think if it was like a multiple choice or if it was a thematic test,
Yeah.
I might pass it.
Yeah, I mean,
What
it's
was
just all
That's
about.
funny.
It's just
go
all about how privileged white kids. What would happen if they get stranded on an island? They become savages, and there's that's what happens.
They build a caste
Worse.
system. Oh,
Yeah.
what's the Animal Farm? Animal
I
Farm was
never
one I
read
definitely
Animal
remember
Farm.
spending
Is that
time on.
the
I've never
book-
read that one either.
Is that the book that made everyone turn vegetarian?
No.
No,
that's Babe.
No. No, 1984. I read that one.
Never read that
I
one.
was supposed to read it. I just didn't.
If you're an
Michael-
English major, I feel you should have read some
And
of
that's
these.
the funny thing. I'm an English major, but I did like never read anything.
I didn't.
It's like
That's
some of
fine
these
for
are
high
really
school,
good
but
books.
I don't like being told what to do, Leland.
Yes, I understand.
Then why'd you
And
go to
that's so-
college?
and that's so Holden Caulfield of you.
Because we
but-
live in a society.
All these other posers just like doing what they're told. You ever spend
Fahrenheit
you ever spend a night
451.
you ever spend a night in a city hotel with a hooker and just talk to her all night?
I wish.
I think it's the only thing I remember from Catcher in the Rye.
He also goes and visits his teacher, like, after that, I think.
Does he? I don't know.
even.
I
It's
just
fucking
remember
1 in the
what
morning,
that
he
book
goes to his
about.
teacher's house. His wife lets him inside. She's like, why are you here? Like,
I don't know.
Holden Caulfield sucks.
and then he kills everybody.
And his brother is the catcher in the rye.
I know, like, I'm sure there's a
Spoilers.
lot of people. I'm sure there's a lot of people who.
Wait,
enjoy
spoilers
books.
for you. You've never
Right.
gotten to the end of the book. I'm sorry,
God.
Steph. To keep
No, you're
trampling
fine.
all over you.
I feel like I'm sure there's a lot of people who enjoy books, but for I don't know, for some certain people, I feel like it's like a trendy thing. Like, look at me, I'm educated, I read.
There's certainly
No,
there are
there-
certainly people like that.
Yeah,
in
there's definitely people
particular
like that.
books.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like I remember there was like, I think it was a slight joke to it in like fucking Hitch, where Will Smith is talking to Eva Mendes and saying like, you brought a book to the bar, and you have your reading glasses, and it's just like, why would you bring a book to the bar?
Yeah.
It's loud as hell. There's music, and
Yeah.
you're really gonna read this book right now in
Like,
a
honestly, most of the
dimly
books-
room, like in a dim room. Like that.
Most of the
makes no
books we
sense.
mentioned, if people were like really touting the fact that they read these books
Yeah.
as an adult, if they're like, "Oh, I read this, this, and this," they probably didn't, or at least not recently.
Yeah.
And they also probably suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't.
And these are all high school level reading books,
Yeah.
and none of them are very relevant as an adult.
Yeah.
No.
like. I think.
Also,
I
anyone who brags about reading Atlas Shrugged,
Oh, ugh.
don't know. Like-
Also,
I feel
Go
that's
on,
another
Steph.
one.
Oh no, I think like I want to say like junior year was like one of the times that I actually like got a book that I chose to read and
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
yeah,
and
that's
not
the thing.
enjoyed
What was
it
that?
in the sense of like, oh, that was really great. I feel great because it was a child called It. It was just a moment where I read a book and did not put it down.
Yeah.
I literally read that whole book
And that's the thing. It's
because
when-
it was
when-
interesting.
Yeah, it's when you choose a book that you're interested in. That's when
Yeah.
reading is fun. When you're forced to read a thing that you don't give a shit about, it's not fun. You don't want to do it. That's why I
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
That's why in college, to pass college, I learned how to speed read during my final exams.
I used to think I could do that, like not read the book at all and just be like, oh, I'm just gonna skim the book real quick. I maybe got, I don't know, 5 out of 30 of the questions right.
Yeah, no,
Like the
I,
ones that I just happened to read and remember. Like, oh yeah, what was the color of his backpack? Oh, I know this answer. It's red. Shit like that.
I got like 80 to 90%. Like I legit
Good
remember. I forgot what the book was, but I was supposed to have read it because it was an essay, essay answers. So I read the question and then I just sped read through the book so I could answer it. It's not easy to
Motherfucker
do.
over here just like coasting through college, graduating all fucking
Look,
magna cum laude.
Look, no. Please make that the title of this podcast.
It's not relevant enough. We got to make it more relevant to get to
I
the
mean-
title level.
Look,
We attempted a book club.
Yeah,
one
we
time?
read one book, Invisible Monsters, and it
And
was
that was
great.
a really good book.
And then we were supposed to read Haunted, which I finished, but no one else did.
I listened
Books
to
are hard.
an audiobook of.
We're reading Chuck Palahniuk books for some reason.
Yeah. Interesting.
See,
Listen, can we start like a Netflix club?
whoa,
Like,
let's do that.
I could do that.
I'm so down for that.
That
I'm
would
I
so
be
could do a
down.
really
Netflix
fun.
club.
I mean, it's basically Steph's Disney Plus show that she never did.
I never started.
Like this weekend, I watched all of Korra.
Oh, how was that? Oh,
I feel like the fourth season is. I feel really it peaks in the third season.
Agreed.
I still need to
Yeah.
start Avatar.
The fourth season villain isn't as compelling.
Yeah, but you want to smack the shit out of her, though.
I mean, yeah, she's pretty kind of she's tropey.
when you're watching, is it just like all attention to the TV and not
No.
doing anything else? Like, how do you guys watch TV? When you
He
watch
can
your
barely
shows?
do this without touching his phone.
I mean, barely. Let's be honest. I don't. I constantly check my phone. I tab through other stuff. Sometimes I've got other conversations going in chats,
Yeah.
and I still run this shit.
Well, I mean, like normally, yeah. It depends on what the show is. Like, if I'm extremely into it, then yeah, everything's down. I am watching that thing. This is the main reason why I watch anime in Japanese, because I have to pay attention. Otherwise, I'm gonna miss a
Yeah.
subtitle and not know what's going on.
Yeah. One time I wanted
I've tried.
Oh, go ahead.
You go, Steph. You go, Steph.
No, because I'll remember.
No, you won't remember. Say your thing now.
Yeah. Also, you won't.
No, I forgot.
I'll remember.
I had a friend who wanted me to watch what is it, Boys Over Flowers, like a long time ago. One of those
It's a
K-dramas.
K-drama, right?
K-drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh yeah, I'll have it in the background while I do my perlers.
That's not how that works.
I just listened
You gotta
to
watch
Korean
that.
for an hour while I was pixelating
Why
shit.
did you go so long?
Because I was
I feel
in the zone pixelating stuff.
Okay, so you just had no. It was just noise. At
Yeah,
that
it was
point
just
in the
background noise. And I was
Okay.
just like, well, I'll just you know what? Let's just change to something else.
I feel like by the end of the first minute, you're like, well, I can't do this because I have no idea what's happening in the show.
I don't know. I mean, there was other noises that happened, like, some happy, jolly tones, and I was like, you know what, this is fine. I'm not even paying attention.
I have lied to myself and told me that I would start watching at least occasionally full series in subtitle for that exact reason, Jordan. That
Yeah.
okay, I would give all my focus to one thing because for the most part, and I think this is pretty common, nothing gets my entire attention.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, even playing like D&D, which is a very engaged with other people game, I'm still not constantly, but occasionally, and up to often, like I am also like texting or I am doing a mindless Candy Crush type game of something that doesn't take brain power,
Yeah.
but does keep attention going.
Yeah.
Because I guess because I have not suffered the consequences really of letting my attention be split that way.
Yeah.
Not to the point of it like getting me in trouble.
Yeah.
Like someone nagging you, like, this is an important part, pay attention?
Yeah,
or...
like I've still been able to keep up, and like it's not a brag. It's just like
a humble brag.
We as a culture live in this time of constant distraction.
Oh yeah, like
and
Leland's
that-
literally on his phone right now.
Yeah,
He's
we
drawing.
cannot. Which he also does, like in
Oh.
this conversation. Okay, he's
Man,
not drawing.
I was
he's,
giving you an
he's
out.
just on his phone. This is what we do as a culture now. Is
That's
we
okay.
constantly try and keep engaged in as many things as possible, so we don't have a still moment.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the same reason for everyone. I know for like Jordan and I, We fear the still moments. That's when the monsters talk to us.
Yep.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm sure everyone's answer is a little different, but
Yeah.
this is the new normal.
Yeah.
Well, I've always asked because sometimes, like, if I'm really stuck on a show, I will only talk to the person that I'm like watching the show with, or talk to the person telling them where I'm at in the show of like what's happening. Like, oh my god, this happened. Oh my god, this happened. Which, in a sense, would make more sense if we were watching it together on like
Yeah.
Netflix party. Or
Unless
whatever
they've
the hell.
already seen it,
On a watch
and
party.
just by you
Yeah,
saying
so-
where you're at, they know.
Yeah, so then a lot
Otherwise,
of the
you're just
times,
narrating a show to a person who has no idea what you're talking about.
because like I'll watch with certain people, and I'm just like I'm watching, and then I'm looking at them, and they're missing everything, and it's like no wonder you said the movie sucked. You're not even watching it. Like, Jesus Christ, why are we here? There's
Yeah.
no. I've always observed because I just seeing it is like you're not even paying attention. So like, why are we
Like-
watching?
For me personally, I'm specifically trying to be more present during things, which is why I've been watching a lot more anime, because it's one thing to focus on. So I'm trying to get
Yeah.
myself to do that more often. Just focus on the one thing, just the one thing, and then move on. Eventually, I would like to move back into reading books. I keep buying things on my Kindle. I'm totally gonna read this, totally gonna read that, and I just haven't yet. Because, I'm one of the lucky ones where, growing up through middle school, high school, some college, I was reading for fun, recreationally, and then I got depressed, and then I just don't do that anymore. So,
Do you consider putting on music to read, like, in the same vein of, like,
I can't do
keeping,
that.
like, multiple stimuli?
for me, having music on helps me focus as long as there's no lyrics.
Yeah. Like, I've had the hard time of, like, getting into reading, like, and clearly not books. We all know me at this point. But the trades that I've got, like, stacked up that I haven't gotten around to, I've been trying to get to during COVID.
I still need to get around to reading this guy,
Oh,
Batman
yeah.
Hush,
Yeah.
that I bought at Lehman's
and-
store
Yeah,
And I
over
found-
a year ago.
I remember this.
And I found myself struggling to kind of keep going with it. Now I'm a poor reader to begin with,
Yeah.
but I found that if I had some music on, then it kind of helps lull the points where I kind of get jumbled when reading and I kind of lose my place.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. You can't have words because that's too distracting.
Yep.
Which actually put me onto
Lo-fi hip hop
lo-fi.
beats. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, those are so
Lo-fi
good.
Hell
hip hop
yeah.
beats. I've been real into, and now Spotify thinks that's all I listen to. Like
all it
my
plays.
first 3 personalized playlists are fucking lo-fi. I'm like, no, I'm in the car now. I need something else.
See, and that's why I have multiple music things. So, like, for Pandora, that's why I have all the lo-fi stuff, because
Ooh,
just
yeah.
lo-fi. And then Spotify's
That's
for the
fucking
more
up the
direct,
algorithm.
this is what I want to listen to. Here, let me get my playlist
Yeah.
going.
That's
And then,
Because I also fucked up a couple times and let lo-fi beats put me to sleep,
yeah.
and I think that really skewed my algorithm.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yep,
I
it
messed
does.
up with that.
If you do it on Spotify, yeah. That's why I
Yeah.
sleep to lo-fi beats, but it's through Pandora.
I
And then-
had
That's a good plan.
And then
sleep
for the stuff,
sounds.
and then for the stuff that I don't want anyone knowing that I listen to, YouTube Music.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like what?
It's honestly, it's all just like anime music. That's all it is.
Is it in English?
No.
Yeah.
You can hear the passion in the lyrics that you don't understand.
And I do understand a lot of phrases and words, so I tend to pick up on what things mean. Otherwise, I look up the lyrics and then oh, that's what it means. Oh, it's so sad.
Such poetry.
Yeah.
Fucking anime outros specifically are some of the fucking deepest high school poetry
It is.
when translated.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And it is very specifically like that high school, super fucking dramatic, like rose petal on a pond kind of ripples
Yes.
in the moonlight,
And that's
kind of
my
dramatic.
shit. That is, honestly, that is my shit. Like, a majority of the anime that I watch is like fucking slice of life, mostly high school drama shit. 'Cause I love it.
Mechs or supernatural. Mechs and vampires. That's my shit.
And then sometimes I feel like, superheroes. And then, yeah, Hero Academia. Leland, you're about to say something?
I'm gonna switch gears because I have a question for the youth on the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've.
Why is that funny? Why?
And it'll turn to something for Jordan because he is the. I guess your people call yourselves Swifters.
Swifties.
Is that the term?
Oh,
Swifties. Okay. So I have fallen down a TikTok hole of problematic problems.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
exactly where this is going.
So that thing that's happening right
Yes.
now with the Romeo and Juliet challenge.
Can you
Marry
explain this?
me, Juliet, you'll never want to be alone. Then they
Okay.
start hip thrusting.
One, I'll watch them all.
Yep.
And I'm still captured by every single one of them.
'Cause
I
they're
don't
so
care
good.
what. And I tracked down on a website where it started because I needed to understand it.
Yeah.
And I watched the first. I've watched. His name is @EthanIsHung. I don't know why that was his.
Well,
Whatever.
Is he Asian?
No.
Okay.
He a white kid in like the army on some station base board. So okay.
Doing fucking Taylor Swift songs?
Yes, and this started 2 weeks ago, and it's like the biggest thing on TikTok right now, and
Yeah.
I can't stop watching them all. But I guess my question is, why?
why not?
Can you explain what this is?
Fair. Yeah, could
which-
you
I
explain
haven't
what it
seen this
is,
one.
Jordan?
Okay, so the song, it's a remix of Taylor Swift's Love Story playing, right? And it's like right before like
Potentially aware of it.
it's right.
I would like to say that I go to sleep to this song, and I wake up to this song in my head now for the last 3 days in a row. Like,
so the TikTok challenge starts like
Real quick. Is this the video where they're like two kids from like second story windows,
no.
like doing
Oh,
signs
I
at
don't know
each
about
other?
videos.
well, okay, that is the music video. Yes, that is
Okay.
the Love Story
Okay.
music
You
video.
belong to me.
No, yeah, you're right. That's You Belong
That's
with Me.
You Belong
That,
to Me.
yeah.
All right.
Taylor is like, yeah.
Okay,
hey,
I don't know
you
nothing
okay?
about no videos.
Anyway,
I just know
the only one I
TikTok
know.
videos.
so the trend starts like it's like right at the climax of the Love Story song when Romeo pulls out the ring and says, "Marry me, Juliet, you never want to be alone." Anyway, so it's just this thing where the song is playing and whoever's in the video, they come in, they like hi, they like posing for the camera a little bit, and then right when the beat's about to drop, they put their phone or whatever on something that rolls away.
Something with wheels.
Yeah, and they push it back.
Oh.
And then it goes, "Marry me, Juliet, you never want to be
I've
alone."
seen this
Then the
once.
beat drops, and they just start hip thrusting to it or doing some kind of dance.
But the thing is because on TikTok you can do cuts,
Yeah.
they will cut and be in like Speedos or loose fitting clothing
Yeah.
where their junk just bounces all up and
Oh,
down.
what? Wait,
That's
what?
the thing.
Yep.
That's
Wait.
what is going on.
What?
Yeah.
Hold up. Say again? This is the
100%.
fucking bit?
Yes.
It's all a build up to just fucking swinging your dick around in your loose nylon shorts?
Basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yo,
Are you
girls on
watching a
TikTok
video?
love this shit.
It ain't just the girls. Let me tell you, gay TikTok is going nuts.
Everybody
right
on
now.
TikTok loves this
TikTok.
shit.
There's a gay TikTok?
Yes, there's gay
Yeah, it's
TikTok.
Of course.
It's
there
kind of like
is.
there's Black Twitter. Like,
Yeah.
come on now.
You can follow them, and then they'll just have all.
No.
stuff?
No.
You
not
can't
an
go
account?
you can't go to gaytiktok.com or anything.
Wait, they're probably, no, hold up. It probably exists. It's probably real.
But there's no.
Go to /r gay TikTok. I'm sure that's real.
But is there like a gay TikTok account?
No.
Oh, okay.
By gay TikTok, we mean a majority of gay people. They do this on TikTok. Like that's That's how Black Twitter is. Black people on Twitter.
Yeah, but there's an account that's Black People Twitter.
No, okay, that's also a Reddit
Yes,
thing.
sure.
But
It's the
Black Twitter,
aggregator of people.
yeah.
My whole TikTok is this and puppies. That's it. Like,
Oh,
that's
cute
all I'm
puppy.
watching.
Dick swinging.
Puppies and dick swinging. This is, my two
Same
favorite
energy
things.
in both videos.
And then
True.
And then there's the rare combination of the two. Someone's just holding a dog
That
up.
is true. It has happened.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
All right. I was hoping you could explain it a little bit more to me, and no.
No.
I guess it is a thing that's just a thing.
There
That's
is
irrelevant to the song and the video.
It's
No,
not
not
at all
at all.
relevant to the song. But there's no further explanation needed. That's just what it is.
But Anthony,
the
you
thing-
have to understand, like, it is taken over.
Yes.
Like, it is the biggest thing right now on TikTok.
I'm
Like,
so tempted.
everybody's done it.
I'm so tempted to just reinstall TikTok because I kind of really miss TikTok.
You took it off?
Honestly,
Yes.
Jordan, I thought about doing it in the store the other day, and I realized I don't have a dolly, and I don't have a floor that will push back smoothly.
That's why you get a friend with a car and then you just put it on and have them drive away.
I mean, you
I
could
have
just have a friend
gimbal,
hold the phone
and I
and,
can
walk
walk away
backwards.
from you smoothly.
I got a
Just-
skateboard.
The skateboard would work, actually.
Yeah.
What's the challenge
All right.
called?
That's the other thing.
The
Is
love
it's
story
also,
challenge.
is that what it's called? Because
believe
it's got
so.
a lot of different hashtags, so
Love
I never
story
really knew what to
challenge.
look up.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
All right. So
it's-
this is.
Yeah.
I can't help think of like the origin, like the first person. This
I
Eddie
told you,
Hung
Ethan
kid,
is hung. Ethan
or
is hung.
Ethan is hung. Like the first person who thinks about putting all this together. They think, okay. I assume it probably starts with, I bet it'd be real funny if I swing my dick around in my shorts for TikTok, and I bet if I like put it to music, because TikTok is very musical, I'll do Taylor Swift because that is like the exact opposite of what I'm doing.
Well, she dropped a new album, and that's what this was all coming from.
Okay, so she dropped an album, so her
Such a good
hashtag's
album.
probably real hot right now.
Yeah,
And I just want
folklore.
people to see like the edge of my dick poking from underneath my shorts. Like this is clearly just like, look at my dick, look at my dick, look at my dick,
Hey.
and it
I
became
mean,
a thing.
Yeah. a lot of
Listen,
things
there's
on
a
the
lot
internet.
more subtle ways to do this.
A lot of things on the internet stem from, hey, how can I get as many people as possible to look
No,
at
no,
my
no.
dick?
A lot of things in art, in general, is all about, hey, can this get me laid?
Steph, are you looking up these videos now?
Yeah, because
Steph sent us a video.
Oh, I watched
of
him
this
earlier.
going
His
on.
isn't good. He's an old
No,
man.
it's
It's
just
not.
like-
No.
Did you
It's
see
a
the Darth Vader
Giordano
one?
from
what do you call it?
Impractical Jokers.
Wait,
Oh, yeah, and famous people are doing it too,
Yeah.
Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
It's a thing.
It is.
Well,
a
he's
thing.
like famous.
Well, no, I'm just talking. There are other people. But...
It's like just everyone's kind of like, it almost seems like they all have the same concept of what they're doing.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the point.
You know what, Jordan? They just don't get it. It's just
Yeah.
for you and me at this point.
have you seen the
It's
Darth
just-
Vader one though?
No.
Yes.
What?
Oh, that one's
Yeah.
great.
Same challenge.
All,
Same
all
challenge.
the same
But
shit.
Darth Vader.
I saw a
Darth Vader.
Stormtrooper do one today too.
You should find the Darth Vader one though. It's great.
Can
I
you,
saw-
do you see Vader's like dick?
No.
Popping up
He's just
from his
wearing the
costumes?
outfit. I mean, no. Not everybody is about the swinging dick. Some people
Okay.
just do
Yeah, some
hip
people are
thrusting.
just
But
dancing.
So someone has lost the message along the way.
I watched one today where a DILF comes out, does the thing, and his daughter is in the background doing
Oh.
hers on her own TikTok.
So,
And his
so like
thing,
the
he
streams
goes-
are like the streams are accidentally
Yeah,
crossed.
he goes, I didn't know. My daughter's doing her as well. And they both pushed it at the same time, and they were not even filming together. Like,
That seems.
she was like 10. I was like,
Staged,
this is kind of crazy.
I scrolled through one, and it just so happens like the girl who's about to do the step back, she's on carpet, and her other friend is laying on her belly, holding the phone like this, and then she's laying down flat, and someone else is holding her feet. So she walks up to the phone
Yes,
to touch it, and then the other friend in front of her is pulling her back so the phone looks like it's moving, but it's just
That's the most complicated fucking way of doing it.
Anthony, some of them are ingenious. Like they're getting some people are breaking it by actually having you back up and the phone stays stationary and they do something else. Like people are having it where they will knock themselves out of frame and another person will pick it up in another frame.
Yeah.
Like, it is. We are bored as a society right now.
I mean, super creative though.
Yes.
I don't blame anybody in these COVID times for doing dumb shit like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is okay.
This is good dumb shit.
We are all going crazy.
I mean, I've been sending Anthony TikToks, and he doesn't reply to any of them. So he doesn't think they're funny, or he don't watch them.
That's it. Anthony, it's time. Download TikTok.
No.
Do it.
Why bother when y'all are sending me all the best stuff?
Because then it's easier to watch the videos.
Yeah. Speaking of Anthony being sent things, hey, how'd them candles work out for you, bitch?
Oh,
yeah. Very nicely, actually.
Well, let's
Are
see.
you just saying that because I'm excited?
The Haunted Mansion is strong.
Really?
Stronger. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it is just my room.
Sure.
It's stronger than I imagined.
It don't smell like the Haunted Mansion, but it's a nicer room.
Not really, but I at this point I think about it so much. I think when I do go to the Haunted Mansion next, I'm going to be a little disappointed. Like, oh, it doesn't smell like a candle.
Right.
But I did find because it is musty and vanilla.
Yes.
And the vanilla is nice, but the musty is a little heavy. I have found that I do like the Universal Horror Nights more.
It smells like fog, right?
Yeah, like fog.
Like a fog
candy.
machine?
Kinda.
Oh.
It's hard to describe.
Kind of like fog juice, like in like sugar candy.
Huh.
Like there's
It's a
sweet
nice. I
smell
like
to it.
that one.
Yeah, I do too. I like that one a bunch. So yeah, I've definitely been enjoying those two.
Scott got one last week called Walt's Office, and it smells like cedar and like
tobacco?
sandalwood and like leather.
Oh.
It's real nice. Like it's hard to describe. Yeah, no, I said tobacco too.
Yeah, like a tobacco smell.
Because the man died of cancer.
I totally spaced and forgot that I had the Universal Horror burning for a long time.
Oh, did you grab the thing and it burn you?
No.
Oh.
I was afraid that like at least half of it was gone. I had it burning for hours and I had forgotten about it. So I was going to bed. I turned the light off, laid in bed, and saw the glow. I'm like, oh fuck, that's been on forever. And so I got up to blow it out, and impressively, it had not burned down nearly as much as I thought. I still have
they're
like
good
3/4
candles.
of that candle. Yeah, that shit is gonna last.
Yeah.
That's super good though.
Yeah.
At least I don't have to. I still want one. I'm really set on getting the Dole Whip one or that
Dole Whip would be high on my list.
what is it? There's like a resort one that we talked about. It's supposed to smell like whichever one is like a beachy, oceany kind of smell.
Well, there's the Polynesian, and then there's the Key West one, which are both nice.
I think it was Key West.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Key West smells like rum and syringes.
Oh. Damn.
What does a syringe smell like?
You know what? You don't know it until you smell it, and you're like, yeah, that is syringes.
That is a syringe.
Yeah, I never thought about it, but yes, that.
That'd be like the worst. I just imagine like the fucking that Febreze commercial where like they walk in somebody and then they sit in a room and it's like all this garbage around them, but they have the Febreze air freshener.
Yeah, and
they're blindfolded and they're supposed to tell what they smell. And it's just like imagine someone being in there and just like, I smell syringes. And it's like, what?
My
Are
favorite.
we in a medical facility?
My
Is
favorite
that just
one.
one syringe you smell?
My favorite one of those Febreze commercials is this lady. She's like, "Oh, it smells like a man that just got out of the shower. Like it smells like a good smelling man." She takes off her thing. And she's like in a garbage room.
Some fucking bullshit. I've used plenty of Febreze in my time, and it just smells like a freshly showered man in trash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when you take a shit and you spray like orange, you're just like, now it smells
Yeah.
like orange and shit. You know,
Yeah.
it's like-
Yep.
I found one air freshener that mostly masks, and it's not bad. It's Glade. It's Glade.
The plugins?
Specifically,
What flavor? What scent?
specifically.
That's right. I call them flavors all the time.
So it's lavender peach blossom. It has to be lavender peach blossom, not lavender vanilla, because I tried that. It just smelled like lavender vanilla and shit. Like it sucked. So get the blossom.
So what you're saying is, to cover your blossom, you need to have a smell block blossom.
Yeah, I need specifically lavender peach blossom.
I do think that the plugins work better for like overall masking of smells. Any spray just mixes the smells.
Yeah.
The candles that Glade makes are pretty good. The Hawaiian one is really nice.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed that one a lot.
Yeah.
It's real strong.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't like when I go into people's restrooms and they have poopery by the toilet. Like, that upsets me.
Why?
We have that downstairs.
One, I don't like the name, but two, like, it's just it doesn't work. It just goes back to what we just said. Like, it smells like poop and potpourri. Like,
It
cool.
smells like poop and lemon.
Yeah, I'm just like, great.
Lemons also poop.
Yeah.
Whenever I see like an actual potpourri pot of like mixed dried like petals
yeah.
and bark
Yeah.
or whatever, I always look at it and think, who the fuck are you trying to kid? Like, this has never worked ever.
It's just for decoration.
I
You
hate-
know, in a glass
It is.
dish or
I hate seeing
or
potpourri.
whatever they put in.
Every time I see potpourri, I think it's candy, but it's not.
What
Ever
candy are
candy.
you thinking that this is?
I don't know. I just say glass dish and I assume candy, but then it's potpourri, and I just get upset.
You know, that's
Yeah,
how I feel.
my mother
Oh,
had
go ahead.
fucking potpourri all over the fucking house. At every ledge, countertop, or anything, there was a doily and a glass jar of potpourri. Like, I grew up smelling cinnamon pretty much everywhere my house was. You know?
And
you're not
potpourri does
tired
not
of it,
taste like what
right?
it smells like.
No, I don't mind it, but I'm
Okay.
just saying, like, I'm used to it. I see it and I go, cool.
Ooh, that's what I really don't like. I don't like when people have apple cinnamon in the bathroom. Because then
No.
it smells like apple cinnamon shit, and I hate it.
Yes.
I don't want to taint apple cinnamon.
It
That's like
intensifies the
some of
smell.
best flavor.
It's like when people put, like, gingerbread cookies in the bathroom or some
Ew.
kind of, like...
Just the cookie?
No. The, like, scented
No, the
stuff.
house.
You're just hanging a cookie.
Like the dessert scents in the bathrooms, and I'm just like, why?
You don't want food scents in the
Yeah,
bathroom.
warm vanilla sugar poop. Like, no,
And that's the name of the candle.
worse. Or like frosted cookies, or like
Turkey
sometimes there's
leg.
like birthday cake, and it's like, why would
Turkey
you
leg.
put birthday cake in there? Makes no sense.
That's-
But you know what, Steph? It's all going to end up in there anyway.
This is what you do, Steph. You just cook a bunch of garlic and just leave that in the bathroom.
No.
I
It
have
smells
a
like
question
garlic.
for their-
Like-
have a
I mean, I
question
see
for
where
the
you're
group.
going with this, but ew.
It's best to just light like a candle, just so you know clears
No.
oxygen and
No,
shit.
That's
this
not
is
how
what you
that
do.
works.
This is how you stop
That's why
bathrooms.
people light a flame when they're in
This
the
is how
bathroom.
you-
That's not.
this is how you
That's
stop-
not how that works.
this is how you stop bathrooms
George,
from
let me
smelling.
let me
Yeah.
explain something I learned.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Lighting a candle in the bathroom doesn't work. That's
God
not
damn it!
what
I've
is.
been doing that shit for the last how many?
Lighting
weeks
a
and
match.
months? Yeah.
Lighting a match works to some degree because it is the phosphorus in the match lighting that is what is trying to neutralize or do whatever to the smell. Simple heat and flame is not what is working in that instance. It is the igniting of the match head.
Oh. So I can't just light a candle for, like, the homies
Not
in
the
the
same
bathroom.
effect.
And...
Not the same effect. I found
For
this
the
out
homies
and
in
thought
the
it was
bathroom.
actually super interesting. Because everyone assumes it's the flame. It's the flame that is like burning off poo
It's
smell.
the...
It is the actual lighting of the match head. It's like the phosphorus, I think.
So I
that
just
is in
need
the
to
match
get
head.
matches.
But
Or,
the
like,
flame
You need to like
is
fucking like light
barbecue
matches
heads?
like it's
methane.
raining. Like it's raining fucking match heads.
You get one of those giant ones for barbecuing. Steph, what are you doing? Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I'm pooing. Get out of here.
Steph, all right, this is how you stop a bathroom from smelling. All right, you ready for this? So you take a wad of toilet paper in your hand, right?
Oh no!
And then
No.
Oh, you catch your poop before it hits the water?
yeah,
Drop
but
it?
but also bring Ziploc bags with you, so you put it in the Ziploc bag,
No.
zip it up, throw it on the trash
Flush
can.
and go. Ain't ever y'all fucking spent a night in prison? Flush and go. Shit.
Like the worst.
I'm upset at everything that was just said.
Real quick. Did any of you spend a long time being confused at Jeopardy when it had the potpourri section and you didn't understand why, like, what any of the answers had to do with potpourri?
I still don't get it.
I don't even know that
I don't
was
know.
a
I don't.
thing.
Yeah. Is
Do
this?
you
a thing?
remember? Do you remember the category potpourri in
No.
Jeopardy?
I just remember
You mean-
potables.
Potent potables?
There was that as well, but there was also a potpourri.
I only remember words that start with the letter Q, and that was from White Man Can't
Damn it, I'm
Jump.
getting real self-conscious about this now.
Is
I
this
am
like
nearly-
the rapists?
No, I'm nearly positive that there is a
That's his
or
therapist.
a reoccurring category of potpourri,
I only
didn't
know the
understand.
category catch the semen.
and I didn't understand what that had to do with the only context I understood for potpourri, which was the smelling fucking
Yeah,
shit in
yeah.
the bathroom and whatnot. And it wasn't until much later in life that I understood. Oh, it's a mixed bag essentially. It's a mix of different things.
Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous.
I
Why
looked
don't
it
they
up
just call it
just
miscellaneous?
I don't know. Like potpourri was fancier, I guess.
But that makes you just think of like flower petals and cedar chips.
That's what I was thinking of. I didn't understand when I was a child.
Yeah. You know, I sometimes I wish we actually had some sort of sitcom, so we would have bits like this going on in this podcast, and then we'd have a callback to it in the sitcom. Just imagine, like, Steph has
So
a
we're
party
gonna
at
do
her
the
house.
podcast and a sitcom.
Yeah, but it's two things. So, like, the sitcom starts off with us in the podcast, and then it goes into the sitcom episode, right? Now
Like
imagine this-
Seinfeld episodes where it starts with him setting up the premise and
Yeah,
his
basically.
stand-up.
Yeah. And then, so imagine that Steph has a party, right? Everything's fine, everything's good. End of the episode, Steph is cleaning stuff up, and she looks into the bathroom trash can, and she finds a Ziploc bag with poop in it.
I'd be pissed off.
She looks at the camera, Jordan, and then it's just...
I just laugh it off with a smile. It's just...
That is the new Seinfeld equivalent. Instead of him being in front of the brick wall,
It's a
it would be
podcast.
like his podcast,
Yeah.
and then cut to like the episode.
I'm surprised
Right?
that isn't
Like-
a thing yet.
I'm sure someone's got a spec script.
Probably.
I never
Probably.
knew about that.
I am kind of surprised podcasts didn't become more mainstream in like film and like television and stuff.
Oh, just like people on podcasts and whatnot?
Well, like, and I don't know, like maybe podcasts aren't as big as I seem to think that they are.
Oh, no,
but
they
like at this point, I feel like every sitcom should have one person who has their own podcast,
Yeah.
like as like that throwaway thing.
Yeah.
Like, everybody who has a character under 25, between 15 and 25, that they're doing a podcast
Yeah, I can see
on
that.
something.
Well, actually, not 15 to 25. It's more like 25 to 35 because
Are kids not doing podcasts?
Gen Z makes fun of millennials and podcasts.
Wait, are podcasts a millennial thing?
Mostly,
I feel like
yes.
so many people are
Really?
doing podcasts now, though.
Yeah.
There's a grip.
Wait a minute.
Gen Z makes fun of millennials for podcasts.
Yeah, but some of them are doing podcasts.
Yes,
This
some.
is this is
Some.
new and hurtful information to me.
but millennials are way bigger into podcasting and all that. Like, our generation is more podcast heavy.
Yeah.
So you're telling me, as the millennials age, podcasts are going to die out. Like the zillennials, Gen Z aren't on this train.
Well, I don't think so.
A majority of them are not.
I feel
But,
like
but
no.
I feel
I
like
am
podcasts
shook.
podcasts are still new media, so it's something that will stick
Yeah.
around for a very, very, very
Well,
long
not
time.
if the next
because-
generation's not into it.
I feel like they can be, or I feel like they would be, because some things aren't appropriate to say,
Yes.
and they can't be broadcasted certain areas because of the shit they say. So a lot of
But, like,
people
if
are
you-
going into podcasts.
If it doesn't get like a large enough slice of the kind of audience, then it's just going to fall to the fringes.
Yeah. But what
I feel like it's getting bigger.
I think one of the things that will keep podcasting around for a long, long time is live streaming.
NPR? Like, is anyone going back to listen to live streams?
I know
Yes.
some people
What?
who do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
What's
know.
a-
I,
what's a
I don't
live
do
stream?
live streams.
There's a lot of people doing like live Twitch streams, and it's not even game related. It's just
Yeah,
my
just-
life on Twitch.
IRL. It's called IRL
yeah.
streams.
Wait, what?
In real
IRL
life.
What
streams.
is this?
Yeah.
They're not even doing a game. They're
Nope.
No, they're just.
Are they
sitting.
literally just doing this?
Yeah.
This podcast?
Yeah.
Streaming?
There's people who just sit and eat.
I thought you can't do that on Twitch.
people
I thought
who
I thought
can't.
Twitch.
People who
You
can't.
can't-
People who
you just-
sit.
You just have to categorize it properly. You can't say you're playing the
Okay.
game and then you're just sitting there just talking. Like, you have to know you're doing a talk show right now, or you're doing an IRL stream, you're doing a painting stream. You have to
Yeah.
categorize yourself properly.
Can this podcast do a Twitch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or are
absolutely.
we too unfocused?
This
No,
could
no,
all
we
be
can-
on
yeah.
Twitch if we
We
wanted
can do
to.
this on Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah, but why would we?
To get a bigger
Wow.
following, Leland.
Yeah.
We have a live audience responding to us as we speak.
So we can have our 6 listeners all in one place.
Yeah, we
We
can
could
have
do this like maybe not all the podcasts, but maybe like one day we'll announce like, hey, guess what? We'll be live, and it'll work way
monthly
better.
stream.
Yeah, it'll work way better than what we tried to do on like an IG live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, we're all in our own place. We won't have to
Yeah.
worry about somebody's phone burning up
Overheating.
Yeah. Yeah.
with all the stuff. It would just be this, and obviously we would just get the,
Yeah.
you know,
And it was
the
just
up and
really
up, like, hey, on this day we're gonna be live, and maybe we shouldn't say certain things that we normally would. On...
and it only takes
Nah,
one
fuck
person
that.
to actually put the stream out onto Twitch. So I could do it, Steph could do it. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'd have to do our hair.
If you want to, you don't have
Do-
to. So it's like, look at
Steph,
me.
you can't gesture at the camera.
I can't improve this any further.
Oh man, I blurred. Oh shit.
No, that was the filter kicking in.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really hung up on this. Like, podcasts aren't a thing to like the next generation.
I don't believe that's true. I just really think. I mean, maybe the people that I've been listening to, or the people
And also that
I'm
they're
around,
making fun of us.
they're like,
Dude, Gen Z makes fun of millennials a lot.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, but Anthony,
there's
they
plenty,
don't-
there's
shut
plenty
the fuck
to do.
up.
Yeah, but Anthony, they don't have the attention spans.
too.
That's why TikTok's a thing. They live in 60-second intervals. We live in life.
But
Do we?
but we had Vine. We had 6-second intervals, and it was better.
I don't know.
You know,
There are some people that, like, me and Jordan had this discussion, like, sometime last week where I was just like, there's some really big TikTokers, and then they get in front of, like, a camera to actually, like, talk, and they have no fucking personality. And I'm
Yes.
just
Yeah.
like, dude,
There are
you, like, you're fucking famous. There's so many people. You have all these subscribers, and then you have to talk about a product, and...
Fuck it. We're talking about Charlie D'Amelio. Fuck
Yeah,
her.
the D'Amelio twins. I was watching a whole thing where they were talking about, like,
I don't know who this bitch is.
Oh,
Neither do I.
they're-
She's the
We're
most
too
followed
old.
person on
She's the most-
TikTok.
She's one of those people that are always doing the fucking dances and
All the
shit.
challenges and everything, yeah.
Yeah, every
But
fucking
did-
things
Does
that
she
other
have-
people are already putting out there. Like she's
But-
not making something new. Yeah,
At this point, I don't know if she does.
I don't
I don't know
know.
what that she
does
but
does.
she's
she
not good
have
off the
junk?
cuff.
Does she
She-
what?
Does
she
she
has to
have
be
junk that
scripted.
bounce? Does she have junk that bounces around in her shorts?
No,
No.
Then I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Does
but
she have
for
like
whatever reason,
chest
she's the most
junk,
followed person
maybe?
on TikTok.
No,
No, she's
I
16.
mean, she's
She does
still
not
a
have
kid.
junk that bounces
She's
around. I don't.
Still a kid.
Nothing I
Take
want.
back what I said. Then I retract my statements.
Yeah, no, she's.
Well, what
still...
about that guy that you guys hit on? You bash on all the time. The guy that went and poked that dead body in the suicide forest.
Oh,
and
Logan
Oh.
Paul or Jake Paul?
Is
that
he on TikTok?
that motherfucker. No, but I'm just saying in general. Like he's someone who's famous for doing absolutely nothing.
He got
And
raided
then-
by the FBI.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And then
did.
the motherfucker had a party.
Yep.
In the middle of COVID.
Yep.
Like
he's
At his Calabasas house.
His house is pretty soon gonna get. They're gonna cut off the electricity and everything to his house. Like,
Oh, I heard
No,
about
my-
that. They're
I
starting
guess
to do
my
that at
question-
places. Cut off the
wait, so
electricity.
that is his house.
yes.
Yeah.
How?
Jake Paul and Logan Paul are both multimillionaires individually.
It's insane,
Before
dude.
or after?
Before, after what?
Well, I mean, like, were they famous? Or I mean, like, were they rich? Like,
No.
were their parents rich?
No, they both got big off of Vine, and then they
Self-made millionaires.
and then they translated
It's
that
insane.
into YouTube, and then they built empires via YouTube.
Yeah.
But what is it they do?
They make stupid videos, like prank videos,
okay.
stuff like that. Yeah,
Got it.
They're among like the 50 to 100 people who actually make a lot of money on this
yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a good amount.
against
Like
the million
PewDiePie.
people who try.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is PewDiePie rich?
Oh yeah, he's a
Yeah.
multimillionaire also.
Yeah, he rich as
Interesting.
fuck.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is very very rich.
Interesting.
These not necessarily YouTubers, but just these like influencers.
Yeah,
They make fucking bank. Then they get all these deals with companies because they're so big with
Yep.
these huge followings
You just
that
sell your
they
soul
can just
to
do all this
advertise
shit,
for shit.
yep.
Huh.
which is interesting because like with those D'Amelio twins, they just got a thing with Morphe, and
Yeah, marketing deal with Morphe.
yeah, they're making bank already, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yes, and Charlie D'Amelio literally has no personality.
Listening to her talk, I was just like, dude, you two both look like you're morphing into James Charles. But everyone looks the fucking same.
Because they're used to 60-second videos, so they don't have to talk or do anything or be a person.
What, this minute is 12 minutes?
Video.
What do you... I don't know what... This is how you use this. I was like,
Yeah, no,
oh, God.
it's rough, it's cringe because they don't have personalities.
Anthony, it's 1 through 50 again.
Ooh, you added more?
I added one more.
Oh, I added some
When did you add
this
some?
morning.
Oh,
I think we're at 58.
Damn.
Hey, hey,
what? Damn.
I think we're at 58.
hey. Right. Let me open up the list of ridiculousness.
I hope it's saved. I saw it saved when I was like going in there, so it should be there.
Well, we'll
Talk
find out.
amongst yourselves.
We'll find
Keep
out
it
in a
going
little
while I'm
bit.
looking this up.
While
Okay.
Anthony's finding the list. Yeah, so I reinstalled TikTok. I just went ahead and did it.
I knew you did. I watched you, and I knew it's exactly what you were doing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Steph added. Yeah, there's 58 on there now.
Hey, all right.
It looks kind of chunky because one of them had like little questions to kind of help the conversation.
No worries.
Interesting. Okay. Who do you follow on TikTok, Leland?
I don't know their names.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's fine.
All he knows is swinging dicks and dogs.
Yes. I there's one that I really like is I've talked to you about it, but the two corgis.
oh yeah.
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 Hammy and something. I forget the dog, the
Yeah.
female dog's name. But they were the guy that does that was like, we might get canceled, so we're gonna start doing Instagram as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of them are moving over to Instagram for fear that they're going to get shut down. But
Yeah.
realistically, they can still do it. Like, you can still go on and watch it. You just can't, I guess, advertise stuff on it. I guess that was his real big stupid thing.
Yeah.
But so TikTok will still be around. It's not like it's disappearing.
But Instagram has Instagram Reels now.
Oh,
I don't even know what that is.
That's
Facebook?
Instagram's. No, it's Instagram's answer for TikTok. It's called Instagram Reels.
How is it any different than stories?
Stories, yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, like I've not seen a difference. But I've seen them categorized differently.
Yeah, there's no difference really.
Yeah.
Siri, give me a number between 1 and 58, please.
23.
The number
MJ.
23.
Oh.
Number 23. How long would you last without internet access?
It depends on where I am when I lose internet access.
Oh, okay.
If I am at my house, I'll last a long time.
Let's say our regular lives. Let's say somehow the internet is nuked. All access to the internet is cut off.
Yes. Do we still have electricity?
We have electricity,
I'm
but
good,
we
baby.
have no Netflix, no
Yeah.
streaming services of any kind. We have no connection to anything internet-y.
Yeah, no, I could last a while because, like I said, I could finally find time to read my Kindle because I have a bunch of books already loaded up.
But you
on
can't
it.
listen to no music because all that was streaming, baby.
Let's say you
It's
turned
all
on
right.
your Kindle and then it said you needed to update.
Then I just don't update.
Oh, you could still use
Are
it.
those books downloaded to your Kindle?
Yes, they're downloaded to my
Okay,
Kindle.
all right.
Oh, okay, then
And
you're fine.
not to mention, I also still have my first gen Kindle that still has a bunch of books on it too. Whisper,
Okay.
was it like WhisperNet, whatever? Anyway, so I'll be fine with that. 2, on Spotify, guess what? If you're offline, you can still download the stuff before you go. Like, while you're still online, you can download stuff. While you go offline, you're still good. You got your music, baby. That's what I do. Keep all that music on my phone at all times.
I assume
All
that like
times.
the internet suddenly goes without warning.
Oh, I have
You
it.
can't, like,
I just
download ahead of
always,
time.
have it saved. Like every
Okay.
time I update
That's
a
just how you
playlist,
live.
save. Yeah, that's just how I live. Because I
All
expect
right.
at any moment I'm gonna lose internet access.
I mean,
Fair.
Always be prepared. That's why I have a knife with me.
Which is like, listener, this is like the third time we've seen this knife in his fucking video. As we watch each other, we're on Facebook Messenger call. We can see each other when we do these podcasts. This is at least the third time I've seen that knife.
Because I always need something in my hand to fiddle with during
Get a
these.
fidget spinner like regular people.
I don't have it with me.
what if I got you slime?
No. What?
What's
During the
slime?
podcast?
God damn it.
What?
I'm
Here's
gonna
the
make
10.
crunchy slime and I'm really excited.
Well,
What's
okay.
slime?
Slime!
It's what it sounds like.
Don't say it louder to me. I don't understand.
like the slime. So like, there's a lot of. That's another whole video thing that I fell on a huge thing like on Instagram. So I follow these slime channels, and they have
Okay.
like little
Such a weird
bowls
phrase.
of slime, and they put like little things and textures in it. So then it's like
You
crunchy
still have
slime
not
or
explained what
buttery
slime is.
It's just slime. It's just something for your hands to fiddle with and play.
Do you put it like into a bag and then fiddle it, or you like finger deep into the slime?
You have like a little jar that it comes in.
But does it get
So you
all
pour
of
it out of the
think-
jar.
You put it in
Anthony,
the jar
think-
to store it, but if not, it's just in your hands. You're just holding it, touching it.
Like all I can think of is like the little things of ooze that came with Ninja Turtle products,
They feel better.
and
than
that was, yeah, that was not something that was real manageable.
This one's like, I'll show you a video to show you texture, but it's really.
That's not going to help our listeners.
It's so.
I'm hoping somebody out there is as confused as I am.
Are your hands still getting wet from the slime?
Well, I'm sure
Sort
it
of.
depends on what slime. Some of it's sticky, some of it isn't. Some of it's really buttery, where it just drips down your
Ew.
hand.
I feel like we really need to define what slime is.
Yeah, please.
I always just assume it's Hordak slime.
What's Hordak?
What's Hordak slime?
Who is that?
Oh,
Hordak
Jesus
is from
Christ.
Dude,
She-Ra.
we can make our own slime. I looked it up. So all we need is clear glue or
Masturbation,
Elmer's
right?
or Elmer's white glue. You just need like a cup. And then
Okay.
a teaspoon of contact solution.
All right.
It should I forgot there's like some kind of acid that says in
Hang
the
on.
contact
No,
solution.
wait. You're telling us that we should just play with Elmer's glue.
It's non-toxic. You're fine.
It's not paste. It's not like we're eating it.
Yeah, you're
I
not
saw that
putting it in
Powerpuff
your
Girls
mouth.
episode. I've always been afraid.
Dude, I've been watching. Yeah, so you do that, and then you just kind of mix everything together. You can add food coloring. You could add beads. You can add glitter.
I thought you were going to say
then,
beans.
Like the beads one, it makes this crunchy texture. And all these videos, these people just squish it and swirl it and gush your fingers in it. It just
Does
it's
it
so
stick
relaxing.
to your hand?
I mean, there's ways to make it not sticky. But
what
I've
makes
seen
it
having a
slime,
hard
though?
time
This doesn't
seeing
sound
the
like
appeal.
slime.
It's like, dude, it's like hyper advanced slime. Slime game changed. It's crazy.
There's a slime
The
game?
slime game changed.
Yeah, it's insane. I was just like, there's crunchy slime, there's buttery
This
slime.
is next level slime.
There's like slime that people have in jars, and it literally looks like candies or cakes. And that's how it is when it gets to you, and you just mush your fingers and mix.
This ain't
it
your
up.
millennial slime.
Oh,
This
it's
is
so
next
cool.
level.
It is
what?
so cool.
So is
Steph-
this just like a stress ball sort of thing?
Yeah, essentially, there's a lot of people who like.
I think that's the purpose of it, but the
Like
way
relaxation.
Steph describes to it seems like more hassle than it is like a stress relieving, like tactile
Yeah.
I'm gonna
thing.
send this account because just watching them with slime, I was like, oh my god, this looks so fun. I want it. It's $12.99 a jar. I'm gonna buy it one day. It's gonna be great. Or
Okay.
make
But
it
you can
myself.
make it with Elmer's glue and some contact solution.
Yeah, I have it. I actually want to try making it, and then like,
Like,
Okay.
you have contact solution.
yes, I do.
You just need to buy like 4 things of clear Elmer's glue.
I have a bottle. I was supposed to do this like last year, and I never got a chance.
What do you mean you never had a chance?
I don't know. I bought all the ingredients, and
It's
I didn't do
COVID
it.
time.
You
All we
literally
have
told
is
me.
chances now.
You literally told me on Sunday I haven't done anything but stare at my phone for 3 hours.
Yeah, because I was looking at different recipes.
For
A
slime.
slime?
Slime. If you only saw
This
the
is
stuff
so
I
weird.
searched, I got a recipe today from a coworker for cream cheese cookies.
What does that have to do with slime?
No, it's just stuff that I find. And I screenshot all of these things, ideas, recipes, stuff that I want to make. It's actually a really easy recipe. I'll send it to you, Leland. I want to try it.
God,
Yeah.
just what would it be like?
I
if
do
we-
miss Steph's truffles.
Oh,
Yeah, the
it's been
truffles
so
were
long.
delicious.
I haven't had a truffle in a while.
Imagine if we had some like Rick Sanchez technology and we could just go inside the brain of Stephanie Agnes. Imagine
Oh man.
what that would be. What wonderland that would be like.
I mean,
I
don't
imagine
know.
I imagine it to be like if you took a Lisa Frank notebook cover and mixed it with America
Tupac.
McGee's Alice in Wonderland.
and two
Like there's a dark side. There's definitely a dark side in
definitely
Steph's
a
brain.
dark side.
But
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's all painted with Lisa Frank. Does anyone agree?
Lisa Frank?
I
Please-
agree.
Oh God, please
like-
tell me you know who Lisa Frank is.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, the super rainbowed dolphins.
That or
Yes.
it looks like Hello Kitty.
Yeah, same vein.
Yeah.
For half a second, I thought Steph was going to say, "Oh yeah, Lisa Frank, that girl that was in the attic."
Oh, no, that's Anne Frank.
Yeah, Helen Keller.
Anne.
And Frank.
Anne Frank.
remember, because I want to go as Anne Frankenstein for Halloween one year.
Oh my goodness.
After you set it up at that one Halloween party.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Apparently I referenced something Leland forgot about.
What was the topic?
How long would you last without internet access?
Steph would not.
Steph, you think you would struggle?
I mean, in the same situation, it depends on where I am at the time.
You're home.
Oh, okay.
Do you see this thing I'm holding, guys? I'm holding a my book, Western Digital My Book, that has 5 terabytes of just media that I can consume over time.
I have stuff. I think my biggest problem would probably be not being able to talk to anyone other than my roommates. Like, it's the fact of, like, not being able to call someone. Because no internet, no phone, right? Or just no
Not
internet.
necessarily.
You still have like the phone.
Oh, then I'm fine.
Like you can't
Yeah.
You can
Facebook
call
message.
someone else
You
up.
can't
Hey,
IM
look this up for
anybody.
me. Thanks. Can I do that? Or
I'm
am
sorry, I
breaking
was
it?
talking. I didn't hear you.
Oh, like, I'll just call someone
with a
to Google
mischievous
stuff
smile.
for me. I'll just
Well,
call
no,
someone.
no one has the
Oh,
internet.
nobody has internet? And I
nobody
just
has-
have my phone.
Let's
So
say,
we're back to
nobody.
where...
It goes out in all of
We're
everywhere.
back in the 90s.
Oh,
Yes.
I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be okay.
I think there would be about a 3 to 4 hour grace period where you have to adjust to the I can't get instant gratification and I have to go back to my high school years, and then I'll just adapt to it. We as humans are pretty adaptable when we need to be.
It's true.
I'm sure most of us would be fine, but I think the more specific question that we should be asking is how long does it take you to acclimate to an internetless environment?
Oh,
Jordan?
weeks.
Jordan has a lot of shit that's going to hold him over until he runs out. So
'Cause I'm a
Jordan's
crazy
going to last
person.
a while. Yeah. Steph, how long do you think it takes for you to get used to not having internet?
I don't know.
Because, like, most,
'Cause I
if not
know as
all of
much
your
as
video
I'm
games
on
need internet.
All the time, and I do a lot of social stuff, more or less than, like, I guess, everyone on this podcast. I can go without not doing shit sometimes. Like,
Could you imagine having no internet and having the pandemic?
Yeah, if this happened in 95, fucking A.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are times where I've just been completely lost without my phone, and that's just because I can't go anywhere, or I can't go anywhere because sometimes I need to call someone and I can't do it. I mean, I've experienced a rough time. It's being stranded with no phone and no internet. That sucks. You can't.
I
do
think
anything.
you're missing the I think you're missing the ramifications of what you're bringing up, though, Anthony. Is the fact that a lot of people's jobs
That
and
too.
now life itself runs strictly on the internet because we've given up on doing things on our own. So if the internet is gone, I mean, Steph doesn't do her job very well. Jordan can't do his job.
I don't have a job.
can't do my job. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and that is kind of the farther extent of the concept of this question is
Yeah.
where, like, yeah, all right, yes, if we lost the internet, we would fall apart as a nation, and the
definitely.
world for the most
oh
part.
yeah, more than we've already done
that's-
this last 6 months.
Yeah, that's the unfun part of this conversation.
Don't be
The
like
part
sorry.
I would want to focus on is like the personal part.
But it'll be like the hit show Revolution.
The hit show?
Yep.
You mean the 2-season long?
Revolution.
Like,
Yep.
How did it get this far? Show Revolution?
Remember how the first season's all about finding that one girl's brother, and then the final episode they find the brother and he gets killed?
Ooh,
Damn.
well, I guess now I don't need to watch season 2.
yeah, I think, like, job-wise, how it would affect me is, it would have been fine to do some of the work that I need to do, but because everything's all, because some of our stuff is paperless and people are, quote-unquote, working from
Yeah,
home,
no, like, it falls apart.
they made things digital, so I can't
falls
even
apart.
access the page I need to do the work. So,
Yeah. For
There's that.
myself,
Anthony, how long? Anthony, where are you at?
I honestly don't know, because as I've thought about it, I do not actively participate in the internet very much. I do watch a lot of Netflix, and I do kill a lot of time with Overwatch. And other than that, like, I do passively flip through a lot of social media. I have not been able to get myself into a physical hobby. Like, if I really break it down, I spend a lot of fucking time on the internet that is like my time, that is not work time. So to take that away, I do have to drastically change a lot about how I spend my time. If I still have my phone, if I still can text and call,
Yeah.
I do still have connections to most everybody that I actually still talk to, because I am still old enough where I think a phone number still matters.
I think we're all there.
Yeah. Phone numbers matter to me.
Yeah.
I don't know a single phone number.
I don't
No,
know
I
them
don't
either.
know any. I don't. Yeah, I don't remember any except the ones I grew up with as a child.
Now that is weird though. In it, I can still recite the one that I grew up with in my home.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you my dad's new number.
Oh, I can't tell you my dad's new number either.
I remember the number I grew up with. I remember my best friend's number when I was a kid. And I know my number. Those are the only 3 numbers that I have memorized, and 2
Hell,
of
I
them are
barely
useless.
know my number.
No, I do not know your number.
I know Jordan's
Oh
number.
shoot.
But outside of like COVID times where we are broken apart, I do have hobbies that are very non-internet focused. Like, I could get, more into reading comics, and I could spend more time doing D&D, and these are 2 like cornerstones of things that I am into.
Yeah, you could actually read one of the books I buy you every year for your birthday.
Bitch. I've got fucking Dick Tracy right here, right next to me, ready to go. I'm gonna read it. It's a beautiful looking book. I don't know. I can't help but think like I would have very drastic and immediate mental repercussions from not necessarily losing the internet, but losing the connection, like the finger on the pulse of a lot of other people who I consider like friends and people that I care about, and I don't have a conversation with very often, but I am included through Facebook and Instagram and stuff through their lives.
Yeah.
Like, I'm welcomed into their lives this way. And I do think that would be a difficult kind of process for me. But like the video games, I could do without. I do not have cable, so I lose everything to watch.
I think my...
So,
go ahead.
That's not true. There's a wall of DVDs behind you.
I mean, yeah, I gotta bust out the DVDs, but even those, honestly, those I packed up months ago. Because I just came to the admission that, like, I'm not watching these anymore.
Oh.
Like, I need the shelf space for other stuff. Yeah. So all of my movies I've packed up. I put in a box and stuffed them under my bed.
Still under your bed, though.
Yeah, I mean, I have them. I'm not saying I don't. But I'm saying, like, I have recognized that this physical media does not have as much value as these collectibles that I want to see on my shelf.
That's fair. That's fine.
It's true.
I got shit that was just sitting in boxes that wasn't doing anything.
I think that my biggest downfall would be how whenever I need an answer, how quickly I can find that answer out, because I'm consistently asking questions. Example, I'll go downstairs and I'll do something. whether I'm feeding Sam, like I'm cutting up fruit, and I'm gonna ask, okay, Google, can I give a dog an apple? Can I give a dog cantaloupe? And I get these instant answers.
No, Sam's
and I'm like,
die.
okay, I got the okie doke. Here you go. Like, it's just stuff like that where it's like, you guys ask a question, what am I already doing? I'm on my phone looking something up. Like,
you just
knowledge and news is like my biggest downfall.
Yeah,
with,
you just do
with no internet.
You just do what we did in the 90s. You have a question, you just ask somebody, and they'll tell you an answer, and that's what you're just going to think it is.
You just argue with the closest person to you, and whoever's loudest is the right answer.
Well, I mean, that would be fair. But, like, I feel like I've also gotten into, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I've also feel like this is a time frame where some people don't want phone calls. So it's like...
Yes.
Like, calling someone... At least how I've seen it sometimes, is they're almost insulted you called them. Why didn't you just message me? It's like, well, maybe because I just wanted to talk to you, get your answer real quick.
I want to hear your voice.
Yeah, because...
All right,
What
Steph, I'm going to have to call you out on mimosa slimes.
Mimosa slimes?
Momo
The website
slime.
she sent, mimosa slimes.
Oh, is that what it really says? I thought it said Momo
Did she
slime.
send
No,
us something?
it's Momo slimes, but it looks like
Oh,
mimosa.
Momo
Yes.
slimes.
Anthony, you need to watch this later on. It's weird.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Right.
You think it's strange? I love how they break it apart and mush it.
Look, I'm not lying. I'm not going to lie. If there was a tub in front of me right now, I would have stick my hands right on it.
There's
But
so many videos.
Don't need to.
It's
And sorry, I derailed. Anthony, you were trying to make a poignant thing about something.
I mean, less
know.
poignant, but more wrapping up. What is the one thing about the internet that you would miss the most?
Porn.
of the internet.
I was just going to
Yeah.
say streaming video.
Streaming stuff.
Streaming
video.
specifically
Videos
like
and/or
Netflix,
movies.
Hulu?
Huh?
Like the Netflix, Hulu
Netflix,
aspect of streaming?
Hulu,
Sure.
HBO Max.
Okay.
I would miss being able to see your guys' smiling faces weekly.
All right, now what's the real answer?
TikTok slapping
Porn.
dicks.
Porn is the real answer. For me, it would be, honestly, the social media. As much as I do not interact with it, that is my hang-up. Being able to see how everyone else is doing, it would leave a vacuum in me, and I would constantly be wondering how everyone is doing. And that would be the thing that
but
would.
you would
really
adapt.
help me.
Eventually, you could be able to actually call those people, right? So, like, there are ways. I'm not saying immediately. I'm saying
Sure.
within the weeks that you get used to it,
Sure.
you would be able to figure how out to
We still
maneuver.
print porn
and-
too.
How would we get
That is
news?
true.
I am not going into a store. And
You're not going
pay-
to go to the 7-Eleven and get the back shelf magazines that's got the plastic little cover over them.
No, see, this is what you do.
No.
You go in the back of the 7-Eleven, then you start a small fire in the opposite corner of the store.
Well, Leland, there's always the tree out in the forest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that tree typically caters to your people.
Yeah. Is it weird how what you thought was a singular experience was like commonly shared among many other men?
Yeah, it's weird.
It is so fucking weird. Like,
Yeah.
I am sure Steph is confused. But, Jordan, can you confirm as well?
Yes.
The three of us, who grew up in very different parts of San Diego, did not have any interaction until our adulthood. In our somewhere childhood, all knew about a stash of porn in a rural area. Separately.
Yeah.
Yep.
How fucking weird is that? That there was communal porn under a tree somewhere that each of us knew about at one point. And at no point in our lives until our adulthood did we ever cross paths. We're not talking about
No,
the same pile of porn.
Is this like an American thing, or do you think like in Germany there's a German tree that also has German porn?
Maybe, but it smells real shitty.
Like they got like the Unterscheiße tree. You know.
You go to Egypt, it's just hieroglyphics.
Nile steak, boner titties.
Jesus Christ.
Do it, Jordan. Do it.
This has been LRC, the League of Ridiculous Conversations. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you'd like to follow us on social media, you can go to Steph.
You can go to LORC Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
That's great, Steph. I'm glad you are paying attention to know that. But if you would like to stream and listen to us via the internet, Anthony, where would people go?
If the internet is still existing, you can find us on Apple Podcast, Stitcher, I almost said Instagram, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, and where most podcasts are available.
And if you would like to send us electronic mail via the internet, Leland, where would they send stuff to?
You would go to lrcpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, you would. lrcpodcast@gmail.com. What's the next part? Oh, Steph, if people want to follow you and via the internet, where would they go?
They can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Stephnoids, STEPHUHNOIDS.
Leland, where can people see your art on the internet?
You can go to Leland Pierce Art on Instagram and Facebook.
That resides on the internet. Anthony, what about you?
And if you want me to Riverline on your bird, then find me at Graphite Night on the Twitter and Spooky Spookington on the Instagram.
And you can follow me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear. This has been the League of Ridiculous Conversations. Thank you all for listening. Until next time, I'm Jordan. Steph.
I'm Steph.
Throw it to someone else.
I'm Leland.
I'm Anthony.
And we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
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 Via the internet.
Bye.